guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another vintage tips and tricks video. Yes, I got my hair cut. I went to an amazing hairdresser called Chica at Muku Hair on Commercial Street in Shoreditch, and I'm so happy with the job she did. I took a photo of Sylvie Vartan. Any of you who might know her, she's a 1960s Bulgarian French singer and actress, and she has a had a very cool haircut, and I felt like a 60s do was going to be really versatile. Like I could do 50s, I could do 20s, I could do 30s, I could do a mix. I hope I'm right about that, but that's my plan, and I will share my hairstyles with you and show you guys how I create them as usual. So stay tuned for a mix of 20s, 30s, 50s and 60s short hair tutorials, because I have had so many requests for short hair tutorials, so they're coming, guys. They're coming. Today's video is going to be a review. The lovely people from Revival Lingerie UK contacted me and asked me if I would like to review their products, and the answer was, of course, yes. It is reproduction vintage lingerie, and I will never say no to that. So they sent me a few pieces very, very kindly. I am not sponsored. It's not a sponsored video. This is just my honest opinion, and they want honest opinions. So if any of you guys have them as well, chuck them below. Most of these brands want to know how they can improve, so if there is any criticism, they're really open to it. So I would love to hear what you guys think as well, so pop them below. But I'm going to tell you what I think. So let's get started. The first thing they sent me was this super, super cute cherry print bra. And this is more of a modern style. It hasn't got as pointier boobs. In fact, it does kind of squish your boobs down a little bit, but it does make them pop, as you'll see in the picture up above. You may have seen some of these items on my Instagram if you've been following me. So yeah, this is a more detailed look into those pics, because I already raved about how much I love them. But this one in particular is quite comfy for like an everyday wear, and less kind of squishing of your boobs than the kind of original bullet bra styles, which are always quite squishy. This looks really cute on, and everything is really sturdily made. Like, I was really pleased to see that none of the fastenings are plastic. Everything is metal and just really well finished. Like you can see on the inside, there's no stray threads. Everything is really well stitched, and the elastic is sturdy. And I really liked that the straps are thick straps rather than skinny little spaghetti straps, because they don't fall off your shoulders. And also, unlike Lucy B Lingerie, which I love and I have a lot of their pieces, but they have really skinny straps, pardon me, but they have really skinny straps for their bras, and I found that with washing, even though I hand wash, the straps did stretch out and become all kind of wonky quite quickly. And even though I can tighten them, they don't sit right anymore. So I'm glad to see that these are like very sturdy elastics and they're nice and wide. And it has like a mesh back, so you can breathe in it because the material is quite thick. And even though all of their bras are non-wired, they are very sturdy. They do have like a little bit of the plastic style boning inside of them, but not in the bra section, only on the side like most bras do. And then the cup is all one piece through here, so you don't have anything digging in. Very, very comfortable, and the way that it is made gives structure and shape to the cup rather than them putting wires in, which I quite like. And I like a little bit of extra coverage so you don't have like a headline situation going on, you know what I'm saying? And they also sent me the matching garter belt in the cherry print. Now, I'm not usually into cherry print, but I actually think this is super cute. I feel like it's not too kitsch, but it is pretty kitsch. I'm okay with that. It is more pin-uppy than it is vintage, but I just really liked it, and I think with the right kind of hair and makeup and everything, you can make it look quite sexy rather than cutesy, but it's all up to you. I know some of you guys love the pin-up thing, so this is for you. It also comes in polka dot and then plain colors as well. It has 6 straps for the garters, so your stockings stay in place. But if you're someone whose stockings go walkabouts, these guys do the most straps I have ever seen. So if you need extra straps and clips on your garters, these are the guys for you. You can also go less, and you can also go less sort of form fitting and less shapewear. This is like medium, I would say, shapewear. They do more shapewear that comes up higher and sucks you in more. And then they do just plain old suspender belts. So you don't have to have shaping at all. You can just have something to hold your stockings up. I will say this is slightly on the big side for me. This is the small, I believe that's the smallest size it comes in. It is a 25-26 inch waist. And for me, it's just like it sits on me. It doesn't like hug. So it does slide down slightly, and I like to have my garter belts up nice and high so that you can't see them coming through my clothing. And also my legs are not that long and my body is long. So if I wear my garter belt down too low, then my stockings sag. So it depends on your body shape and whether you kind of curve in a lot. I have a very tiny waist and quite a big booty, so that ratio can be tricky to find things to fit for. But this is pretty darn close. I don't really have much to complain about, as you'll see in the pictures. Like, it holds fine, it's just, it's not like a snug fit, that's all. Then they sent me this little number, which is much more kind of reproduction. It's kind of a plain, simple bra. Again, it doesn't have any underwire in it, which I actually really like, but the cup, despite the fact that it's thin material, has a lot of structure to it, so it does keep its shape. You don't have to have the tip fillers in there if you don't want to, but you could put them in as well. I have black ones and I can't see the black when I put it in here because the material is nice and thick, but as I say, not necessarily necessary because it's not a floppy material, so you will still look bullet bra-y if you wear this. Again, really, really nicely made, nice and sturdy. There is a little bit of wonkiness in this, in this part here. I'm not going to get fussy, I just pulled it down and I found you couldn't really tell, but if you're picky about stuff like that, I'm sure they would probably return it for you. They are so lovely, so if you message them on Instagram with any questions or any concerns or anything like that, I'm sure they'll get back to you and they'll deal with any problems because they're just so sweet. All of their garments, and I thought this was a really good point, was that all of their garments, rather than being called something cutesy, are all named after what they are. So you'll know the era, you'll know what type of bra it is. So if you're not familiar with your eras and what type of undergarments go with certain eras and certain outfits from different eras, then it will be easy for you to navigate this website because it literally tells you by the name of the piece. It's why the names are so long, because it'd be like 1940s circular stitch cone bra. Like, it's really clear. And I'm very pleased because I needed cream and white lingerie and now I have it. I also got the bikini brief style that goes with it in that cream color as well. What I really like about these is they are cheeky. They do have a mesh back on them. But despite being a silky material, they are quite breathable. They are quite breathable and they do have a cotton crotch, so they do breathe. And as we ladies know, it's much better for our lady parts if we let the air circulate. So I think that's good. You can look cute and sexy, but wearing something that's friendly to the lady parts as well. My favorite piece, if I can find it here in my little pile. No, already did that. Come on, where are you? Is the 1940s circular stitch cone bra. The name is longer than that, but I will put it up above. Very authentic, and it has that like pointy boob fembot look to it, like almost like a mechanical kind of thing with like the cool stitching on it. I really like that. I think that's very cool. Fembot killer boobs, like you could poke someone's eye out. Again, no underwiring, but like they stand up on their own, guys. They're doing their thing. And again, I didn't find I needed tip fillers with it, but you could put tip fillers in if you want to. My only criticism with this bra and the previous one is they are like a shallow cup this way. Of course, it's meant to make a pointy boob, but if like me, you've got like a wide boob, like this is a C cup, but my boob is not like a C cup this way, it's a C cup this way. It's very like spread out, which is why I don't appear to have a lot of boob, but I am actually a C cup. So I find I had to like push everything sort of into the bra and it doesn't necessarily stay in there so well, but I think that's more the bullet bra pattern than it is this particular brand, because I know I have a bit of the same problem with what Katie did as well. So I'm not sure how this would go on a big busted girl. Try and see. I mean, these guys are very affordable, so you're kind of not taking a big risk like you are with some of the other reproduction vintage lingerie brands, because it's very affordable, which is why I think it's more of an everyday brand as well. It's not quite as fancy, but I like that. I like that the pieces are versatile. You can wear them under various garments because the colors aren't so outrageous and the patterns aren't so outrageous that you can see it through the materials. They are kind of simple, but they still have that elegance of the beautiful kind of satin sheen to them. And just the finishing is so nice that they do have a sex appeal about them as well. And to go with the 1940s cone stitch bra, I got the high-waisted panties, which again have the mesh back on them, so they're a little bit cheeky and they're just lovely and satiny and in that beautiful crisp white color. I just think it's really classic and lovely. So that's it, guys. That's the review. Overall, like, as I said, my criticism would only be like the cup shape, which I think is more to do with the vintage style than it is the brand itself, but see what you think. I'd be interested to see what you guys have to say and how you compare it to other brands as well. But overall, I was really, really impressed with the quality of the garments. They do make the garments here in the UK, so you can feel good about purchasing something that isn't fast fashion and supporting a like small company as well. So that's a big check for me. And just the everyday wearability of it, because not everyone can fork out a whole bunch of cash for really fancy vintage reproduction lingerie that doesn't necessarily work for every day, because you can see it through like white shirts and stuff like that. Like sometimes you just want like very plain, and I mean this is not super plain, but like plain everyday reproduction lingerie, and I think this really fits the bill. And if you go and check the website, not only are they already affordable, but they actually have like a ton of sales on all the time. And I believe they're clearing out their Etsy store, so you may still be able to go and pick up some cheap pieces from their Etsy store as well. And they have some naughty lingerie as well, so if you're into that, go check that out. Anyway guys, I hope that was helpful and interesting for you. Please leave your own comments about Revival Lingerie below if you've tried it before, particularly if you've had it for a while, because obviously I can't tell you about the longevity of the pieces because I just got them. But if you follow me on Instagram, I will keep you updated in the future, and if I get any other pieces from them, which is highly likely because they're very affordable. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button and the little notification bell, and you'll know when my videos come out. Please give this video a thumbs up and share it if you think it was good and you think other people might be interested in it. And until next time, lots of love guys. Bye.